welcome back to Tuesday night movie night. I don't even know what number this one is, but this week it is my turn to pick and I'm very excited. And I chose to pick a movie that was really hard to find, but I found it and I got it. I was kind of knew where it was, but it was under a lot of other movies in this kind of box, so I hope it's worth it. I've seen it once before, years ago, and I remember actually enjoying it, and my mum hasn't seen it, but she actually heard of somebody that it wasn't that good, but I remember enjoying it and kind of always wanted to watch it again and see what my thoughts would be a second time. So I'm going to be putting in the picking pot today Secret Window, which obviously is a Johnny Depp movie, and I feel like it's kind of an underrated one. I feel like people either like this one or they don't. I watched it years ago and I liked it, so you know, I wanted to put it in the picking pot. I thought it was something a little bit different. I think it'd be one that is maybe good to discuss. Now, because yesterday it was Chinese New Year, which for you will be, it'll be like it was this week, because obviously I don't upload this on the Tuesday, we have decided to do the fortune cookies again. Now, if you didn't watch last year, on the final episode we made fortune cookies and we put the picks inside the fortune cookie and then pick a fortune cookie and that's the one. So yeah, we're going to make that. So we're going to put the picking pot picks into fortune cookies today. You can hear my mum in the kitchen. I don't know what she's doing. She's getting the fortune cookies ready. So if you hear this rustle bash of things, that's her. Sorry. I know, I wonder what you was doing. Anyway, so the fortune cookies, let's go ahead and make those first, because obviously, well no, I'll show you what's going to be in the fortune cookies today, what's in the picking pot, then we'll make the fortune cookies and then we'll pick, because obviously we have to do the baking before the picking this week because, you know, they're all tied together. Okay, so my mum's picks are Entrapment and Big Fish. My picks are Kingsman and Secret Window. And our joint pick, oh, if I can pick it up, is the Water Diviner. So again, we've got a nice little mix in there, some newer movies, some older movies, and now let's go and make the fortune cookies so that we can put our picks inside them and pick out what we'll be watching tonight. Okay, so we found the recipe from last time. We think it's the recipe because I wrote it on a piece of paper and it seems very vague and we don't even know what a quarter of white sugar, a quarter of a cup, quarter of an ounce, what, 1 foot, I don't know. So we don't really know what it is, but we're going to try it, see what happens. So yeah, this hopefully is the fortune cookie recipe. How are you getting on with the fortune cookies?
Well, I'm just going to do 2 at a time because it's really...
Oh, we did that last time, didn't we?
Yeah, you have to be really quick to... you have to work with them while they're still warm, so... Make them big enough so that I can actually get the things in them.
Yeah. I thought they tasted good last time too, I think I remember.
Yeah.
Shall I get the pieces of paper ready?
No, they don't go in now. They go in when they're cooked.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got the pieces of paper ready, sorry.
No, I know, but when you take them out, you don't have to put them in straight away.
Yeah, but I've got to put them in the oven for 10 minutes. So.
Oh, right. 10 minutes is a bit. I thought you meant you got not
much time. 10 minutes.
Okay, so there they go in. There's the mixture. And we've used these eggs that are from chickens that we know. See, it says here, freshly laid by the Pampered Poultry Society. And there they are. How cute that they've got a little picture of them on. And these are the pieces of paper this week because last time we had some trouble with the larger ones. We got kind of thin little ones to go into the fortune cookies. And also that means that they don't get all weird, so that, you know, we'd have to write them again next week anyway. So the ones in the picking pot are going to stay in the... Oh, how are we going to figure out which one it is that came out? We're going to have to unfold them in the picking pot to pick out the one that picks out.
I will do that, yeah.
So, yeah, anyway. Also, I forgot to say it's Pancake Day today, which is weird because we didn't realise it was Pancake Day today on a Tuesday, which is cool and great for Tuesday Night Movie Night, but we made pancakes last week. So we were like, oh, it's Pancake Day today. Yes, happy Pancake Day on Tuesday, which, you know, it's Thursday for you guys now. Did you have good pancakes? What pancakes did you have? We had pancakes last Tuesday. So, oops. But yeah, so we didn't want to do pancakes again because we'd just done pancakes, but it is actually Pancake Day today.
One. Yep.
Oh, they smell good.
Oh, it's popped out.
It's okay, that happened last time too.
Well, I don't know what I'm putting in because I've turned them face down. So.
Okay, so these are the fortune cookies. These ones are still setting. These ones have finished setting, so as you can see, yay! It actually looks like a fortune cookie. Plus, these ones have set better than they did last time, so that's good. Yeah, so that was the first one. So that was a little bit wonky, but like, see, they look pretty good, really, for homemade fortune cookies. But yeah, so this one's mainly the one that's still setting because that was the one that we did last, and they set in an egg cup. But yeah, soon they'll be ready, and then we'll pick out of the fortune cookies of what we'll be watching today. Okay, so the fortune cookies are ready. Now my mum is going to pick one out. We obviously don't know which pick is in which cookie, but there's our 5 picks. There they are there. You know what they are. Are you ready to pick? Oh. Dun, dun, dun. The pressure's on.
Eyes, or?
No, you can just pick one.
Oh,
because you don't know what they are anyway.
The pressure's on.
Pick a good one.
Well, I think that looks such a good shape.
That's the one you're going for?
That's what I'm going for.
Okay,
so
let's see.
Let's hold it over. Ooh.
Is it going to work? Oh, kind of. Not really. Yeah, it kind of worked. It's the same as last time. They don't crack that well, do they?
I think we have to leave them perhaps overnight to get the...
Yeah, which obviously we... It's your pick!
What is it?
Entrapment!
Ah!
You got it, it's your pick.
Yeah, I am,
You thought you were worried.
Wow, yeah. Good
So
fortune, my fortune in the fortune cookie.
Now I'm going to open one.
Now I'll put you, I'll give you a message in one.
Oh, I've got a message in one. But yeah, we were watching Entrapment. So yeah, it's my mum's pick again.
So I put you a little message.
Oh, this is my little one with a message in.
Try that, see what it tastes like.
See if I can do it with one hand. Well, I kind of did, but...
I made it a different colour so that you could see it wasn't a... in case it got mixed up.
My message is going to be... Remember, I've only got one hand. Really? I'm going to do it. I've done it. Oh, it's stuck to the cookie. Wait.
Might not be readable afterwards.
It's okay. I've done it. Ah! What are you doing with my fortune cookie? There we go. Here we go. Ah! Happy Tuesday night movie night. TNMT. Yay! Thank you. Now I'm going to eat my demolished fortune cookie. And there are the remains. Tuesday night movie night. But yeah, fortune cookies are fun to make. So if anyone else is doing movie picks and wants a fun idea, fortune cookies are fun, but I think it's better to do them overnight so they are harder. So they snap better. I thought that these would, because they seem quite, but no. So there's Tuesday night movie night. Ah, there. And there's Entrapment. Okay guys, so we just got done watching Entrapment, which was my mum's pick that she put in, I don't know, a few weeks ago. And I was kind of a bit like hesitant about watching it. I thought I might enjoy it, but I didn't know how much I'd enjoy it. I was kind of like, because she'd mentioned it quite a few times in the past. And it's quite an old movie. It's from 1999. And it's got Catherine Zeta-Jones in and Sean Connery. So anyway, I went into it not really knowing too much. And I ended up really enjoying it actually. It was a lot of fun. It was kind of different than I expected it to be. It took a lot of twists and turns and I was surprised many times. So it's actually really cool because kind of the main beginning story, I guess you'd say, maybe that you've seen the trailer, is about... There's a kind of a whole lot of things, but basically they're trying to steal this Chinese mask, which was really cool because it's like Chinese New Year and we had fortune cookies and all that stuff, so it's kind of a weird coincidence. And yeah, I can't really say too much because I don't really want to ruin anything because obviously, you know, from that point on, different things happen and things change, and that was kind of what I enjoyed most about it, was the surprises and the changes in the storyline, and that's something that I really enjoyed. But yeah, overall I really enjoyed the story in the end, and I actually kind of ended up liking characters that I didn't know if I was going to like, and then those other characters, I don't know, it was really cool, and it was set in quite a few different places, which were all really great. And for the year that it came out, I felt like it did a good job. I felt like back then I might have thought it was even cooler, like, you know, say I watched it in 2001 or something. If I wouldn't have been able to watch it in 1999 because I wasn't really that old. I wouldn't have really got it. But and it's also about the millennium, which was cool because the millennium was a great thing, and it's kind of like, you know, all the leading up to the millennium and that kind of, and there was one man at the beginning which talked about the like he was like, oh, it's going to be the end of the world, and it was really subtle, like he just had this sign on, and it was funny because that was kind of the thing at the time. And then it happened again in like 2012, and everyone's like, oh, it's going to be the end of the world because the calendar ran out, and that always seems to happen. There's little conspiracy things where people say the world is going to end, and it was funny that it had like a little tidbit in there about the world was going to end. But yeah, I really enjoyed both the main characters. I really liked the castle in Scotland. That was a really good bit that I really enjoyed. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed it. I get 4 stars. I feel like it was almost a 4.5, but wasn't quite. It was 4. I enjoyed it. I feel like if I would have watched it quite a few years ago, I might have given it a bit higher. It has dated a little bit, because obviously, you know, it is quite old. There's old computers, but I guess that kind of adds a bit to it. But yeah, it has kind of dated, but it's still enjoyable to watch. So if you haven't seen Entrapment and have any kind of interest in it, I'd recommend you check it out. Like I said, I get 4 stars. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I would watch it again in the future, I think. I think it's one of those movies you could watch again and enjoy, and I think everybody could kind of enjoy this one. I don't really know what genre it would go under, but it was a fun movie, and I'd recommend that, you know, anyone could watch it. So now let's see what happened then. Now let's see what my mum thought about it, because she had seen it before quite a few years ago, and she kind of had enjoyed it, and I feel like she kept mentioning it quite a lot. Like, it was oftentimes she's like, oh, it's like Entrapment, or oh, you should watch Entrapment, and then, I don't know, and now I've watched it, and so I'd be interested to see her thoughts on it now that she's rewatched it. Okay, so what did you think of Entrapment this week?
Good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to enjoy it, actually, because, as I say, I know I liked it when I watched it years ago, and I think it's just a good sort of all-round, it's one of those twists and turns movies where, you know, who's playing who, that sort of thing, and I think it does well at what it is. It isn't too action, it isn't like an adventure, like Die Hard type thing, which was that sort of era as well, where, you know, more shoot 'em and beat 'em up things. It's just a bit of a mind play on who's doing what to who and who to believe and that sort of thing. And the locations are really good in it. I like Sean Connery. I like Sean Connery. I think Catherine Zeta-Jones, it's probably, I think it's one of her best films, actually. I mean, for all the blokes, I mean, what's not to watch? Catherine Zeta-Jones. And Sean, say, the Sean Connery, Catherine Zeta-Jones thing was a little bit, at first you thought, it's a bit, but when they sort of like bounced off each other quite well and became quite a good team. I think at the beginning the team isn't sort of like as much there as it is halfway through, but say it changes all the time. There's different people, you don't know what's going on, who to believe for this, and who's the goodies and who's the baddies and that sort of thing in it. So and obviously, without giving anything away, it's just one of those playing off against other people type films where you never know who to believe or trust or what's going to happen. I like when they're stealing the things, all the things that they do and all that, and obviously you got the laser beam thing, which is whenever I say to you, whenever I see laser beams, I always think, oh, you should watch that Entrapment. So that's why, for some reason, it always reminds me.
But I wonder why and when we talk about laser beams.
I think we will see them in films.
Because there's many times
we don't sit have a conversation about laser beams. We don't have them in the house. We have to step over any time or anything like that. But you do see them in films sometimes, and I think that's probably when we say about it. But I think it's also when I think it's been another film, I can't think what it is, where we've seen a film where there was, you think one thing's going to happen and then it changes and becomes something different. And I think I might have talked about it then as well.
So overall, what would you give it?
I think I'm going to give it 4.
Yeah, I thought it was fun and
good.
Yeah,
it is. It's one of those. It's one of those easy films. You don't have to take it seriously. It's the location shots are really good. The things, you know, all the different things keep you occupied all the way through.
Yeah.
You don't there isn't a lull. It's not one of those where it starts really adventurous and then you've got a bit of a middle thing. It sort of tends to just. It's like if you imagine a music score, it's just bouncing along to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, all the way through.
I thought that's all, because I thought at the beginning when I thought about the Chinese mask, I thought it was going to take a long time, it was maybe going to drag out, but then it kind of grabbed your attention with that and then kind of carried on to other things, so it wasn't just one plot type thing.
And so just a good all-round film. Well worth a watch if you haven't seen it, and if you haven't seen it in a long time, it's not particularly.
Oh, did you remember it then? I forgot. I just remembered because you said you haven't seen it in a long time. Did you remember watching it before as you watched it? What was going to happen?
I knew. I did. I mean, I remembered the things I'd forgotten. And there was quite a few things I had forgotten. I knew what was going to happen at the very end because I could remember that. So, but that didn't detract from it for me. Do you know what I mean? It didn't make me think, oh well, I know what's going to happen, so it doesn't. I still was sort of that sort of thing. So, which was good. And say, it's just a good film for just anybody really.
And it's your pick next week.
Yes. And that's it. I think I'm top of the leaderboard at the moment.
Yeah, top picker.
Top picker, yeah. I've had most picks out now because we were on Even Stevens before. So, what am I going to pick? Now then, I'm not quite sure because I think I've put quite a few of the ones that I was thinking about in. So this is going to be... Going to have a lot of thought going into this one, yeah.
So that is it for this week's Tuesday Night Movie Night. Thumbs up if you enjoyed Tuesday Night. I can't speak for this whole end bit of this. Thumbs up if you enjoyed Tuesday Night Movie Night, and let us know down in the comments below if you have seen Entrapment. Like I say, I enjoyed it. I'd recommend that you watch it if you haven't seen it, and if you have seen it, let me know if you've seen it, because you might have seen it years ago and like maybe you've forgotten about it. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember seeing that movie. Yeah, until then, we'll see you guys next week. And yeah, see you then. Goodbye.